Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing well. Now, just a quick note for the returning viewers or subscribers. I was trying to get your video out yesterday. However, I needed to take the day off. I've been under the weather, but we are here today, and here's your reading. So be grateful. There is so much to be grateful for, and Spirit wants you to just give without worrying about what you're getting in return because it's going to return to you in tenfold. But you got to release expectations. Now I get earth sign energy. There's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through. Take the zodiac signs how you want to. Don't worry if you don't care. But this is about you taking the lead on giving what you want to give from a full heart and to feel safe to do so. But the trick is, Spirit wants you to know, and I know a lot of you've done this already. You know what you just gave because you wanted to give, right? Your time, your knowledge, your service, whatever it is, without worrying about what we're getting in return. And what you do get in return becomes magnified. So just know that you're in the process right now of receiving and giving. This is all about reciprocity. Now, put your wishes out there too with this gratitude card because Spirit is saying it's time to receive answers, guidance for your wishes, for your miracles. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. And this is for Scorpio and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know if I said that. Oh, we've got the train. Train? Okay, we've got a train. Train's coming to pick you up. Wow. Change and transition. I was like trying to combine them both. You know, when I see this card, I really sense the death card in tarot. So, you know, that would be associated with your own zodiac sign. We have Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Yeah, because Spirit knows that you are moving beyond a difficult period in your life. And yes, even though there may be some uncertainty, don't worry about it. Put your focus on where you can give or lend a hand and trust the process, okay? Because there's more abundance that you are flowing into here. What else? Take off your masks, the Phoenix rising. Oh, that's that change and transition. See, I keep wanting to say train. Oh my goodness. Okay, take off your masks. We got that Phoenix rising. Now, this take off your mask, this is just an unveiling of a more true and authentic self. You know, I was talking about the death card, you know, whether it's change, transition, an ending, it's really creating, you know, a layer of you that is ready to come off. So feel good about this because, you know, this may even surprise some of you Scorpios of what's unveiling because you're not having to maybe play a role anymore or do something or even pretend, you know, because sometimes we do have to pretend at times, right? Which could be exhausting. And so Spirit is saying, no more of that. This is time for you to feel powerful and to be in your power and to trust that you are safely being guided to a better change where you can continue to unveil and reveal your most true and authentic self. I feel that you're going to be saying no to situations and people because you're done with it. You're in your power. So trust in your ability here to summon or cultivate more confidence and magnetism here. Look at the Phoenix rising. Yeah, we've gone through some type of crises, most likely, and we're turning things around. You're not going to be stuck in a bad situation or a situation where, you know, you felt there was no hope. That's not the case. You are becoming very powerful. And not only that, but you're being gifted with I'm getting this thing about spontaneous things popping up on your path, spontaneous people, resources. Maybe you need to be spontaneous. So just trust that you are rising up from a situation and this is how powerful you are. What else for Scorpio? And I know this isn't an easy energy to get through, but it's a very profound and powerful energy to master. And that's what you're doing or have done. And here's your rewards here. Okay, we may need to watch out for temptation. Okay, look at that Phoenix rising. You know, you're burning the things from the past or things that may even want to try to elude you from something better or experiencing something that, you know, you need to experience here. So yes, we do have temptation. So I'm going to have to get more about this. Could be about the past because we're safely moving through a change. And anytime, you know, we go through a change, it can also make us feel like we have to hang on to what we know, because that's the ego trying to save you, right? The ego is protecting you. But we need to be aware of when the ego is doing something beneficial or non-beneficial. Because right now you need to get into your heart and just do what you feel good about doing. Let's get more about the temptation here for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about that temptation? Self-sabotage. Oh no. Yeah. Temptation is going to lead you to a place where you're going to just, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's like we hit a stalemate situation here, or perhaps someone. You know, we have to be careful too, not to be too much in our fantasy, right? And I'm not saying that that's, you know, good or bad, or that's what you're doing, but watch out for maybe oneself, or maybe in something or someone may be maybe misleading you or contradicting what it is you know that you want and deserve, because it is time to head on out. You know, it's like seeing something for what it really truly is, because a lot of you have that inner ability, that inner sight to see if something or someone is up to no good. You got to trust your intuition when it comes to moving away from situations or ideas or people who are just going to drag you back into maybe an old cycle that you've already moved on from. And I feel there's a lot of power happening with that Phoenix rising too. It's like you're no longer going to be held down or in this position where you just don't feel that you can be free. Now watch out for indecisiveness. Okay, if you feel indecisive, just try to gather as much facts and information as possible to help you right now, okay? But you may need to watch out for, you know, reacting on your instincts or doing things impulsively here with that temptation, because it's only sabotaging, or it can lead to self-sabotage because you've already unveiled and released something old. Okay, let's see. What else for Scorpio? Yep, you've already released something old. Here you are rising and moving into a territory where you can be free. Free to explore, free to wonder, free to see what wild is coming out from within you. I do sense fire sign coming through here. So we've got some type of adventure here. We've got, you know, someone who is relying on their inner light to carry them forward as well. So let's get more about this wild card. You see how this leaves you stuck here though? And this is like free. Okay, I told you, the ego, the pride wants to try to keep you safe because we're going into uncharted territories with a new sense of self, a new sense of vitality, a new sense of passion and adventure here. Don't let the pride or the pride of others, Scorpio, hold you in a place where you feel you have to continue to wear a mask. Because that's how you're going to know whether or not it's something that you want to stick with or not. So give yourself time if you need to weigh the pros and cons of everything, you know, especially when it comes to what is ideal for you, what gets you going, what motivates you. But don't be afraid to go into some type of uncharted territory here and do it with the wild within you, allowing that wild side to lead the way. But look, that pride is going to try to hold you back. What else? Balance. Yeah, you got too many things going on here. I am noticing on this wild card too, we're focused on one thing, one or two things here, maybe three, but maybe that's it. Because you might be feeling like you're spreading yourself thin. You don't know what to focus on, too much going on, maybe in the mind, maybe physically, a combination of all types. So get back to a place of just service. How can you be of service to another or others at this time, as long as it's not draining you? But thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. And this may mean you got to take a step back here. You know, we got to step back from too much. We're feeling overwhelmed by too many choices here with that temptation. And balance out your work and your home life, or what other things you've got going on, your social life, your hobbies, and figure out a more balanced schedule for yourself. This is only going to lead you to more balanced situation where you feel that reciprocity, where it's not, pulling on one side, or, something weighing heavy. We feel like what we're doing and what we're receiving, we're right at that perfect alignment, right where we need to be. So your angels are helping you bring your life into balance because you've been praying for this. You've been asking for this. So too much going on, perhaps, maybe too many choices. Some of you, this temptation could be someone, and you're going to know because it's like the fire has already been put out with this. It's like there's no more attraction or chemistry or passion to keep something going. What else? You're discovering your life purpose. Well, I'm not surprised. And there is a soulmate that is here, okay? Now, there is a soulmate that is part of your life purpose. So pay attention to maybe your dreams, your visions. Perhaps you have your soulmate with you right now. Your soulmate could be a friend, a family. I mean, there's more than one soulmate. But I do see something here for those that are in search or seeking for a companionship, for a love. You're going to get that. If you just be in this state of, be willing to open yourself up to an unexpected opportunity that actually leads you to your life purpose. And a soulmate, because you see, we're not alone here. So let's get a little bit more about this soulmate too. Could be a soul contract, a situation where we have some type of fairness, right? Because something has happened here. There was a karmic change here, a karmic balance that is needing to take place. Let's get more about that soulmate and what spirit will give us. Yeah, we're searching for answers. We're searching for something here. You're going to get your answer. I feel, okay, owl is really speaking to you too. So you pay attention to spirit animals that are coming across your path right now, or ones that you are feeling really connected to. They have messages for you. They're pointing something out for you. And I was picking up owl for you. Patience. Yeah, patience is the key when it comes to soulmate. Whether you have your soulmate with you in the physical, they are with you spiritually, and they will manifest physically. But have patience, because some of you're figuring out, and take your time too, because you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get who and what you want. But you may need to take it if it resonates, may not for all of you, but you may need to really figure out what it is that you value. in a soulmate here. Because there's a lot going on here where we're being pulled away or almost like eluded by some type of fantasy possibly here, when in reality we've got something far better that's coming. Yeah, pay attention to family and friends right now too, okay? But you do need to have patience. Some of you, you know, have patience with friends and family right now. Have patience with yourself, and have patience when it comes to a divine soulmate for you. What else? Oh, see, love and accept yourself. Your angels are saying you've been hard on yourself. And perhaps you haven't noticed that you've been peeling the layers of your own self here. And have you noticed and accepted who and what you are? Because your angels are accepting you and loving you. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance, honoring something powerful about yourself, being a love magnet, if you want to. I mean, why not? Love and accept yourself is the first step here. See what the pride wants to do, and we all have to deal with this. It's not just you, okay, Scorpio. We all have to deal with the pride that wants to pretty much protect you, because it's based on experiences. It's based on what we know to be true or what we think. And the pride is trying to keep you, you know, watch for that. There could be, you know, we could be reminiscing, we could be wishing, but something, this is the thing. I am getting this thing where, you know, a soulmate may be different from your usual type and expectations. That's like a Doreen, virtue, angel, romance angel. That's what I'm getting. A soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Let go of expectations. We were talking about that with that gratitude. You know, this is the thing. We have to try to get out of the mind, because the mind is like kind of running wild here, right? It's got you and well, how do I say this? The mind is like in the driver's seat when it should just be your soul is in the driver's seat here. Use the mind. Don't let the mind use you. But the mind wants to protect you from, you know, going into something that is new, because the mind, the ego wants to try to figure it all out, but we can't. We just can only figure out one moment at a time, and that's all you need to do. In fact, why don't you do that? Because I already know you're feeling overwhelmed with too many things going on. First, put yourself as a priority. That's the first thing. That is the first thing. That's when you can get into that place where you can focus on what is important here, that's going to help you benefit your life, produce the results that you want, or unexpected results. But that does mean that we have to be yielding to spirit too at times, because spirit, you know, I feel there's like been a detour here. There's some type of detour in progress, a divine detour. What else? You will be renewed after a period of crises. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, look at you, wild and sexy. Oh, yeah, don't be afraid to, you know, stand out on your own. For those of you that may feel a little, you know, shy or hesitant with maybe standing out or being distinct, owning your own sexuality, feeling good about yourself, no matter what you've been conditioned to believe or think, because we've done something where we have eradicated conditions, beliefs, limiting things when it comes to our own sexuality and how comfortable we are in our own skin. But there's something that you're discovering here, something that you've activated. I really get the Kundalini rising here, awakening, which is awakening a lot of spiritual things too, and a spiritual soulmate. So there's a lot of symptoms that go with the Kundalini rising and activation, or a reawakening. Allow it to awaken. Why don't you surprise yourself too? I feel that some of you, it's like surprise yourself. You know, be who you want to mirror here. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made sense. You mirror what you want to be treated like. But when it comes to feeling stable, feeling good and confident, give yourself some room and time. It doesn't happen overnight. Confidence doesn't happen, you know, in 1 second or one day. It happens with practice and time. And the more that you feel free, the more that you take off what's not you, the more you will feel confident, the more that you feel accepted and assured here. What else? I feel that you would resonate with the last SOS reading to a Scorpio. So the link to that video is in the description. We've got the cycles. Yes, life is a cycle, isn't it? So here's your new season. A season where we could feel equality, some type of fairness. This is the change that you're headed towards here. I was talking about a karmic thing here, you know, karmic situation had to be balanced. That's what this cycles is. So let's get more. And also be careful too, because sometimes we can repeat things, you know, that self-sabotage, that temptation, it almost could keep you in that vicious cycle. I don't see that happening with you. But if we're not careful, if we're not willing to be in control of the mind, instead of the mind controlling you, we can get into a bad little cycle, you know. But anyhow, let's get a little bit more with the cycles for you. I need a drink of water here. Ooh. Love. Let's get into a good cycle of love, reciprocity. Now, there may be a lingering soulmate. You know, we could have a soulmate here, you know, an ex for some of you, not all of you. Now, you put this in your own situation, because I just feel that there's something that we've broken when it comes to a connection, a relationship, a significant soulmate where we've had some type of bond. Some of you guys, you know, I almost said love bomb. Maybe we had to deal with someone who was a love bomber. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get more about these cycles, the love. Because I am seeing a completion here. Oh yeah, you're completed something here. See? Something or someone sold out here. Okay, now we do have to put something into perspective. No, just because the cards are showing us something here. Now take it if it resonates. Don't worry if it doesn't, but I will point this out. We may need to be careful that we're not eluded by something here, right? You know, especially in a time where maybe we're always confronted with people. You know, for some of you, if you're like, you know, single or independent, maybe you broke something off here with someone. And I'm just saying this as an example, because not all of you are single or hopefully you're all independent, but you know, sometimes we have to work up to that too, and that's okay. But sometimes what can happen is like we feel like we need somebody by our side all the time. And so instead of just giving yourself time to be by yourself, right, or oneself, we sell out to an archetype that says we have to have somebody. You're not complete unless you have somebody, and that's not true. That is absolutely not true. What that is causing you to what that is causing, I'm not going to say you, I'm just saying anyone to get into a vicious cycle of it's not about really lust. It's most like love, it's like lust, you know? Or just the desire not to be alone, but then you end up being in a cycle of feeling trapped and frustrated because it's not coming from a place where, you know, it's not coming from a place where it just unfolds naturally because we took initiative because we were being impatient and we decided to grab that, right? So you may have, you know, done that in the past, or you've witnessed that in others. So let that be just a lesson learned here. And you're not going to have to repeat that lesson. Isn't that the nice thing? Because you're over it. You're over it. And you're over the sellouts here too. So be love. Be that unconditional love and watch unconditional love magnetize itself to you, because that's what you are. What else? Yep, healing is taking place. Don't rush this. And in fact, watch out for things right now that are trying to rush you, even yourself. Don't rush yourself into anything. Remember, you're taking time to balance your life out. Figure out your schedule. Figure out what you want to add, what you don't want to add, how to make things more complete and balanced. And trust me, you're going to start to see all these shifts happen here. Healing is taking place at all levels of your life. You also have the ability to heal a situation or heal another, but take time out for yourself, right? This is something that we do not have a time frame because everyone is so unique and different. Phoenix rising. We're taking the old, we're turning it into something new here. I get water sign coming through with that healing card. Definitely gives me the vibes of King or Queen of Cups here, which would be your energy too. Take time for that healing and discover or recover parts of yourself that you felt like you've lost, or perhaps you weren't even aware of, because something alive is awakening within you. Give it some time to come alive. This is that thing. When you take the time to really heal, something becomes alive in you. It's never dead. It's just now, where is this energy going to go, and what is it going to form for us? What is it going to manifest for us? Something good, because you're in your power, because you've loved and accept yourself, even in the face of others not loving and accepting you, because that's how profound and powerful you are and resilient. That's the way God made you. What else? Give yourself time to honor all of your emotions as sacred, even the ones that feel negative. They're there for a reason. Oh, you're an earth angel. I love this. Oh, you're an earth angel. Oh, that's so cute. Welcome to the club, Scorpio. I'm going to take another sip of water if you don't mind. I really got to stay hydrated. I need to get this sickness out of my body. Okay, so Earth Angel, thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Your angels say, you know what? We've seen what you do. We've seen what you've been doing behind the scenes where others don't know. We know the good that you've done. We know the challenges that you've had to put up with. We know hasn't been easy, but we're blessing you to be more like us every single day, right? Peeling back the layers, unveiling and uncovering the true you. Not to say you were never true, right? Because that's not what this is. This is about allowing yourself to grow and respond to life, your environment, the way you want to. Earth Angel. Say what you mean. Okay. King and Queen of Cups sometimes has a little bit of difficulties sometimes saying what they mean because they don't want to hurt people's feelings. But oh well, is it hurting your feelings to hold something in? Most likely. So pay attention to that. You know, maybe for some of you it's not right now, but in the future, Spirit doesn't want you to hold back. There's a way to, get things across in a respectful manner, in a compassionate and understanding way. If we focus, let's get more about that. Say what you mean. Sometimes people do need to hear the hard truths, Yeah, I feel some of you're exploring something here when it comes to allowing things to come out. And perhaps you're saying things in your dreams. You're communicating to something or someone in your dreams because your dreams are speaking to you. And also, when you say what you mean, when you command out into the universe, you know, your words are containers for power. You're sculpting your dreams. You're giving the divine, the universe, something to work with because you're putting your potent energy out there. What do you want? This, we don't want this. This isn't the time to be wishy-washy. And if you are wishy-washy, we gotta take inventory, because once you take inventory, you'll get more clear. Now, don't rush that either. Some people get impatient with their own selves. Don't get impatient with yourself here. But there's going to be a time, if it's not happening now, where Spirit wants you to be very clear about you, what you want, maybe even what's bugging you, and not to worry whether or not you're hurting another's feelings, because again, there's a way that you can say it where they could respond in a beneficial way. Okay, let's see what else. So yeah, there may be some difficult conversations, or, you know, maybe not, I wouldn't say difficult. It's only going to be difficult if you hold it in. And Spirit's saying, you've already held it in too long. Like, let it out. This is part of your Phoenix rising. This is part of you being in your power here. Because you've been doing and doing and doing for others. Oh yeah, I was going to say this too. I don't know if I did, but the dreams, loved ones on the other side are coming in your dreams, surrounding you, letting you know that they know the challenges that you've had to face, and they are drawing close at this time to give you a lot of love and comfort, knowing that they're there by your side. Even your pets that have moved on. Thank you, angels, or thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. What else? Pay attention to signs. Okay, now notice the owl up there, you know, and I'm like noticing this owl over here by the moon, showing you something. Pay attention to those signs. They're telling you something, especially what to move away from, you know, what to be honest about, because there may be someone, for some of you guys, there could be someone here that is like, it's like all talk and that's pretty much it. There's nothing substantial underneath it. Or pay attention to who you're hanging out with too, you know. It could be self-sabotaging a dream here. Let's get more about pay attention to signs for Scorpio. Yeah, see, get more information. It's all about balance. It's about figuring these things out right now. So take your time with decisions. Get all of the facts, get all of the information from Spirit, from the physical realm, to help you make sound decisions or to move forward. But the secret is to keep moving forward while you're gathering information here. So these signs are telling you, okay, these signs are telling you information that you need to know about your circumstance. What else? Ask your angels. Yep, you've got a peaceful resolution here. Right now, ask your angels for help, for guidance, maybe even to help you not get caught up in a tricky web that you might be a little hard to get out of, right? With that temptation and self-sabotage. Ask your angels to help you with a peaceful resolution, because that's exactly what you're getting. You have to have patience, though. This is the thing, right? Patience. Now, some of you, there could be forgiveness or healing here with another. But either way, we do have a peaceful resolution to look forward to. In the meantime, your angels have things they want to show you, tell you. Loved ones on the other side, or a loved one on the other side is coming through too. What else? Oh, unleash your creativity. Look at that. That wild. You've got something that is dying to come out. So pay attention to, what moves you, what gets you excited. And this is going to come from within. This is not going to come from like outside, right? It's going to come from within. And this is where the magic lies. This is where you're creating something brand new. And you're unleashing something that is meant to be wild and free and untamed. So have confidence in your talents, your gifts, your abilities during this time of change, because it's helping you in some way. It's like helping you become more creative, maybe even more spontaneous. I sense the King and the Queen of Wands here. So there's also this sense of, oh man, there's like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of attraction here too between you and another or others here, because you just exude this magnetism. Some of you, you're going to get really creative here when it comes to your life purpose, romance, doing something in a different and unique way that really makes you stand out. And the secret with unleashing your creativity is also not worrying about what others think. Try not to backtrack or stop yourself if there's something that you already want to do or unleash by asking a bunch of people. Maybe not all of you are doing that, but that could stop you from, unleashing that. Part of that self-sabotage. Okay, what else? Yep, alchemy. Something new, something different. We're experiencing great restoration and healing, and this does take time too. So Spirit is saying you're not buried into something here. You're not left hanging. You're right in the middle, right where you need to be to create something beautiful, right where you're at, and that's exactly what you're doing. So maintain a sense of balance here. Don't push something too hard. Maybe there's something too where we have to be tolerant of others so that we're not feeling so out of whack. But take your time with balance and harmony, because you are creating something new for yourself. And most importantly, we're feeling a lot more whole and complete. What else? Inner child. The pride is, that temptation, self-sabotage has moved away, right? As you unveil and take your masks off, we're unveiling a youthful energy. Again, this is like this alchemy too. This is that new beginning to give you some type of freedom. So what needs to be nurtured right now is your creativity, your imagination, your passions, without having a lot of filters in the mind about, is it good, is it bad, is it wrong, what are they going to think? Who cares? And I also see an opportunity coming your way here where we have it seems like, this is what it seems like we've arrived here with the right circumstance, the right people. And now we're creating more from that. So I'm seeing some fun times, some good times here. Some of you, there may be a child or children involved with your love life or your life purpose. Oh yeah, we got to watch out. We got to watch out. We're not moving here. Stalemate. Oh no, we got this entrapment card. Yeah, I know it can be a little tough here. We do need to watch out. We may need to move our body or do something, right? We got to get balanced. So let's get more about that entrapment. Some of you, you might be feeling trapped by something or someone. Let's get more with this entrapment for Scorpio. Ask for help from others. You might be bogged down with too many things here. Delegate. Get rid of things if you can. Ask others for help and be willing to receive it so that you're not feeling stuck and the only one doing it. Now, for some of you, if you're really having a hard time, you may need to call a friend, call someone, to pull you out of some type of energy here. It's going to be worth it. But if you've been feeling like it's just too much, which I feel like 10 of Wands here, like it's like 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. We're all up in our head. We're feeling really tied down, really burdened, maybe even mentally burnt out. Ask for help from others. It could be just as simple as somebody else doing the dishes for you, your laundry, whatever. What else? Oh yeah, 8 of Swords. Sam's getting this 8 of Swords. This victim consciousness could be something from the past, right? A karmic balance or a karmic shift that we are becoming in tuned and aware of. So this is freedom is what I'm seeing. You might be very sensitive too when it comes to realizing where others are holding themselves back, because you're seeing, a lot of you have this ability to see through another soul here. So you can see where someone is stopping themselves. But also, if something did not work out the way that you wanted to or you're liking, Spirit is asking you to give up your expectations and to get back into a place where you're not expecting anything, because that's where you will receive something better. So there's going to be some type of solution to what we might feel we can't get out of here. So just pay attention. That pride, again, that ego likes to protect yourself, from failing or making a mistake or being embarrassed. I mean, who cares though? That's the past. And this is where you're changing that past, and perhaps, the past from generations. So it's not only about you, but you're, clearing the way for others too, because you're an earth angel. You know better. In fact, yeah, you can see right through another soul here. So you're very in tuned and very aware of the deception or lies that, are weaving around you, or people try to weave around of, themselves or you. But the hard thing is to, accept it at times. Because as an earth angel, it's just something that doesn't resonate with your soul, and it's hard to get over once we've felt hurt or betrayal or mistreated. But remember, your light is shining on the darkest part of others too, and so it aggravates their demons or their negativity if they're not ready to release it. And that's their job to figure it out. Meditation brings answers. You're not rushing at anything. Take time, balance. See if you can do something and schedule every day time for yourself. Maybe a walking meditation, coloring meditation, music meditation, just to sit and commune with Spirit. You're getting answers from within. Ask your angels and the answers will come. But be mindful, we can't rush the answers. They'll just come when you are feeling calm, cool, and collected. I just see this thing where you're like, you can take an elevator from like Earth and go right up to the heavens there and get your answers. That's how close you are. Okay? Just saying. What else? Happiness. You're on the path of happiness. Don't let anything or anyone kill your happiness either. Time, money, people, situations, circumstance, whatever it is. There's magic happening in your life if you notice it and believe it. And yes, so you are healing from I'm getting like a major heartbreak here. You're healing from that. And that's the point. It's not about perfecting healing. It's about progress. And it's not about you being perfect either. It's about progress. It's about feeling confident and comfortable in our own skin regardless. Because you're coming from a place of authenticity. There's nothing sexier than authenticity. Let me tell you that. What else for Scorpio? Ooh, I looked at the time. It was 4444. Ooh, your hard work and determination is paying off for a solid foundation. Oh, say no. Say no. Say what you mean. Oh my goodness. No is a complete sentence as well. And no worries here. But you may need to learn to say no instead of saying yes, right? Because you're going to have to ask for help from others. I was getting that 10 of Wands. Don't be afraid to say no for your happiness. If it don't feel right, you don't want to do it, don't do it. Okay, let's see what else. Yep, family and tribe. Family is important to you. You know, having that tribe is important to you. Loyalty, dedication is important to you. Well, you're going to get it. Pay attention to people right now, too, that, you know, are family and tribe. Some of you, it's like you're figuring this out, right? Because you've moved beyond something here. You've changed something. This change and transition is leading you towards contentment, support, where you can be free and feel wild. Because I know that wild is like taking over here, or it will. What else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so Scorpio, let's find out the next good fortune coming your way that you have to look forward to. The next good fortune for Scorpio. Getting over that sadness, healing. It's like, yes, it's done. You know, the picture or the completion of sadness, that cycle of sadness. Yeah, see. A lot of you have been sad behind the scenes. It's almost like no one else knows except for me, I feel, and God. sorry. And the angels. It's like they don't know that you've been sad. You've been doing things with fortitude. That's that earth angel spunk in you. You know that? But this is what you have to look forward to. The end of the chapter of sadness. Now, before we end the reading, let's find out from Spirit, what do you need to focus on for the next week? Or what's the guidance for the next week? Look at this. We even have the opposite here. Look. See? No sadness where you're going. Look at that. Happiness. What's the guidance for the next week? Oh, be willing to learn. How teachable are you? That means we need to put our preconceived notions, ideas, expectations out of the way and be willing to learn what life is teaching you. Life is teaching you something important here. And what I see is like some type of opportunity, because it's like you're looking for a specific opportunity, Scorpio, and that's what's got you hooked up here. Because you're looking for a specific, maybe too specific of an opportunity, and it's not appearing. This is why Spirit is saying it's not, you're not going to even see it because we're too narrowed in on one outcome or a certain thing or a certain way, a certain person. And so if we just open our mind just a little bit, you know, and I know it can be tough at times, especially when we are having to, you know, reset or start new. But Spirit is saying just learn about something here. And when you think that you know something this week, say, do I know something or can I learn more from it? And just see what happens. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.